Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Third time's a charm.
And we are on our field trip right now in Chicago, Chi-Town, Windy City. That's it. We're with Team Reamp here. We got our producer Mark sitting up front, who's guiding it quite well. Yeah. At least keep one hand on the wheel. At least one hand. We're not that picky. And there's Ashton over there. Make a sound effect. That's what he's known for on their show. And of course, we got Tay-Tay, the man, the guy who gives the best descriptions ever on the Yelp sex position, man in the camera. And Jackie,
Yes,
did you know that Mr. Skin, do you know who Mr. Skin is?
I've heard you talk about it.
That's right, he's got an awesome website that basically it chronicles all female nudity of all cinema, of all eras, all time periods. And he is celebrating 20 years with that website, showing boobies and butts and buddies. My buddy. So we thought, how cool would it be, since we're in Chicago, to go find where he does all this madness, maybe see some boobs, maybe see some butts, and give him a Jimbo and Jackie t-shirt.
Yeah, maybe give him a Jimbo Jackie booby shot.
Oh, look at Jackie trying to get in.
See what happens.
See if Mr. Skin
can
can
get on that
seduce you.
site.
Hey.
Go viral.
Maybe we'll ask him to film one of our Yelp sex positions.
There you go.
But I kind of know where it's at, but I don't know exactly. So we're going to figure it out. It's going to be finding Mr. Skin on this field trip of the Jimbo and Jackie Show.
Third time's a charm.
I know he's around here, Jackie.
I know. Do you remember anything about it?
I remember it was in a brick building, but that's all I see is brick buildings.
That's all that's around here.
I know. But I know it's like down an alley a little bit.
Huh.
Man, you gotta celebrate. He just turned, Mr. Skin just turned 20. Yeah, boobies, butts. He's done so much for this community. It's incredible what Mr. Skin's done.
I think as a 20-year-old. I wish I'd show my boobies if I was.
Hey, do you know where Mr. Skin is?
Get the fuck out of here, man!
Yeah! Skin!
Mr. Skin!
Where are ya? Man, he's playing games. He said it's right around here. Skin! Skin! Skin!
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where Mr. Skin's office is?
Yeah, he's right up there, miss. Right up there. He's
thank you
close
so
by.
much. Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Have a
Have a
nice
good
day.
day.
You too, miss.
We found it, beautiful.
Skin!
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 He's probably listening.
Think so?
Yeah, there's a door. There's also a camera.
Right there, I see the camera.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Good. What can I help you?
I'm here to see Pete and Mr. Skin. It's a Jimbo and Jackie show.
Oh yeah, come on up.
You got it. Come on up. That's some power of the Jimbo
I don't know.
and
I
Jackie.
think this was a fail. Push.
Of course, this is where Mr. Skin does his stuff. Let's celebrate. All right, here we are. It's the Jimbo and Jackie show.
Third time's a charm.
That's right, on a field trip downtown Chicago, and we're hanging out at Mr. Skin's headquarters. Give it up for Mr. Skin. How we doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, you
Oh,
guys. I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. I mean, so many years of going on your show,
Yeah.
and now you're bringing your show, to, in a sense,
Yeah.
to the Skin offices. I
It's
appreciate
badass.
it.
And you moved. We were actually on the hunt.
I feel terrible that I didn't know that you thought that was my current office, because we moved out of there over a year ago.
Yeah. No, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, this is nice. You know, what happens is we were in that space for probably 15 years
Right.
now. And over time, you just, you start different little companies and different departments get bigger or smaller, and it just gets all like jerry-rigged. And it's,
Gotcha.
This place was completely raw. We came in and built it to what, we
It's
knew
suited.
we would like. And it's wonderful. Our people love this space. People do freak out though when they come here because they think it's so quiet and it's
Yeah.
weird. But
Everybody's on headphones.
They're on headphones. It's like they're looking at porn.
Yeah.
But they're not yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we would love that job.
Yeah, yeah. If you ever need some interns, I think Jackie and I.
Yeah, get in line to be a skin turn here.
I guess that'd be crazy to be in an office if they didn't have headphones. You hear,
Yeah, it is. And it's funny because, this has been happening to me forever. I've been doing this 20 years where I like...
Congratulations,
Yeah.
You just celebrated an anniversary.
Yeah, 20 years of MrSkin.com. But like I'll be walking by, a 20-something's computer.
Yeah.
And it'll be like a sex scene in a movie and they're going at it. And I'm thinking to myself, it's the only place you could work where you get in trouble if you don't have porn.
That's right.
Yeah.
You missed your calling. Huh?
I know. So
Most people like hide the porn when the
That's
boss
it.
walks by. Here, it's like, hey, boss.
they're hiding the Amazon. They're doing all that.
Look at that girl going down on that guy. Isn't it great? Great work, guys.
My wife has an obsession with my taint, which I don't think. Is there any?
Thank God someone does.
Wife 1, 2, bye, police.
It is a weird obsession. I think you would never have.
It's
And
beautiful.
is there a taint category for the ladies?
Oh yeah, we have taint playlists and
Oh,
stuff.
do you?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite taint? Do you have one?
Oh
A
my
taint
God!
with that?
Well, there's a movie called Two Moon Junction where
Uh-huh.
Sherilyn Fenn shows taint, and it's a very rare. It doesn't happen a lot in movies, obviously, because
No.
it's a very private area.
Yes,
Now,
it is.
I can tell you, I have zero favorite men taints.
Yes.
Just so you know.
You haven't seen mine. It looks like a Cheeto. We'll say that for another day. But I don't know.
That's another podcast.
Now this is pretty damn exciting. 20 years of doing this. Was it just you by yourself when you started this company, or was it you and a brother?
Well, I had a tech.
eating a bag of Cheetos?
I had a tech. Yeah, right. I had a tech person, which I needed because I'm not technically savvy when it comes to
just
this.
horny.
But I was horny. I knew my nudity. I
Yeah.
had been practicing my whole life, but someone heard me. I was going on local radio shows as this guy that if you asked me any actress, I knew if they'd been nude up the top of my head, and it was just for fun in the '90s in
Yeah.
Chicago radio. It was interesting. There was this guy. It was before the internet, before Facebook, before Google, before you could search this stuff.
Yeah.
And if I went on the air and someone said, has Julie Andrews ever done a nude scene? I'd say, oh yeah, in the movie SOB at the hour and 45-minute mark.
Isn't that incredible? He says exactly what part of the movie, so you can skip to the nudity. That's the catchphrase.
Well, and that was the thing. But I was doing it for fun, and I had an interest in it. I was good at it, but then the internet came around.
Yeah.
And somebody heard me on the radio, and they said, you got to put what's in your head into a website.
Yeah.
And I said, what's a website? I had no idea. It was like 1997 or 8, and I was like, what's a website? I didn't even know. And they explained it to me, and I quit my job. I got to say, I took a chance. I quit my job.
What was that job?
I was a clerk at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I wasn't a broker, so there's the big futures pits with all the brokers. Remember the guys with the hand signals and they're yelling and screaming, trading. Then there's all the phone people where orders are coming in, and I was at the top of the pit as a clerk. So I was making money, nothing great, and I took a chance. I was in my mid-30s, and I left the Merc to start this. I raised, I think, $70,000 from brother-in-law and a broker, $35,000 each.
And they were all in. Did you have to sell them on the idea? Were they like,
I'm in? Well, yeah, I mean, they figured they'd at least make their money back. As it turns out, I bought them out and I made tons of their money back. It was a chance for me. Here's the thing. If I was making $100,000 or something, I never would have taken the chance to do this. And it's almost like because I was kind of a failure, I didn't really have much to lose to start.
We can relate to
it.
We got a segment on our show called 50 and Fucked. We're still trying to figure it out.
I tried to get Jim to quit his job since the day I met him.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, what are you doing at this radio station all these years? You need to be in front of people. I'm so excited
She
to
said,
have
get
him
that
here."
taint out there, Jim.
People need to see the taint.
Not just hear that beautiful voice.
Now go ahead, test Mr. Skin out here. Shout out an actress if you know one.
Julia Ormond.
Oh my God, she had a movie called Baby of Making in about 1997, and it's one of the greatest nude while in a pig stable you're ever going to see. A full nudity. Yes, I want to say that's an obscure foreign actress that she.
Are you impressed?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Full frontal nudity, but it's in a pig stable.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to see that.
Now let's ask Taylor, who's manning the camera over here. You got an actress you thinking of, or are you
What
too
about-
focused on my tank?
What about Zoe Deschanel?
Oh, she did a movie called Gigantic, where she's in a pool and you can see her topless. Very good question, yes.
Look at that. Anybody else for the peanut gallery over here?
Well, we have a test.
You mean the penis gallery?
That's my boys. A bunch of nuts hanging out with this asshole.
and his tank.
We were talking about the movie Meatballs yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
With Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Kristen Bell, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. So I know her. And
You know her?
Yeah, and when I found out about, so you obviously, I'm not going to.
Well, what's interesting about that,
one.
that was, she's one of the few actresses in the history of movies, Tracy Lords being one, Jenna Jameson being one, that has done mainstream and porn. She did a porn movie called Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, that's what he was telling us about that on her
And
travels.
there's not many actresses that were able to have careers in both, real careers in both. And usually once you're in porn, you're fucked. But she's one, and you know her personally. That's really cool.
I do, and probably because of that.
Did you ever get to kiss her?
Because my wife watches this.
Okay, we'll smell your finger later.
No. She's a good friend. We're both in our 60s.
Okay, quit bragging. You're name dropping right now. Is there any actresses that have ever gotten angry at you because of MrSkin.com?
It's not. And the answer is in the history of it. Yeah, there's been actresses that have been upset that their content's at our website, but it's not what you think. It's not the famous actresses. It's the very obscure actresses that maybe went on to be school teachers or whatever.
Gotcha.
And a lot of times, I'll get an email like, "Hey, listen, I was in a movie. I did one movie in the '90s, and now I'm a banker.
Yeah.
Whatever. Could you remove that content?" And I'm always very.
And what do you say? No.
No. I'm always very cool about that stuff.
Yeah.
I
You respect that?
Respect that completely. But famous actresses could care less because
Yeah.
it's out there.
They've made it.
Yeah.
If anything, it probably makes them more popular than ever.
100%.
Do you have a favorite
Well,
nudity scene?
I always say, in the history of movies, my favorite nude scene is Phoebe Cates in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where she opens the bikini
Yes.
top
I've been
the
thinking
cars
of you,
moving
Brad.
upstairs. Yes, and she walks
Yes.
in, and Judge Reinhold's working the gavel.
That's
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And if you think about it, at the time, she was like, she was like a Kardashian. Not
Yeah.
I shouldn't use them because they're nude so much, but she was on the cover of Teen Beat magazine.
Yeah.
Young guys were really into Phoebe Cates.
She helped
The
us get
movie
through
was
puberty.
great, right? The movie was great, and
The scene was awesome.
the music.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cars, I always remember that.
Moving in
forever.
stereo.
Yeah. Now I know. Do you ever have a bad day at work?
No, I mean, I'm the one I'm in rush hour traffic going, God damn it, I gotta get to that lesbian scene meeting at 9:30 that office. So, no, that's one of the things that I think my big takeaway from doing this for 20 years is, yes, we've had a lot of success.
Yeah, big time.
Maybe more
Congrats.
money than I ever should have made, but I think the big takeaway from all this is that I've had so much fun for 20 years. I mean,
Right.
I used to go on your show. That was
Loved
part
it.
of my job. I'm on the show talking about nude scenes.
Yeah.
And you and many other shows around the country, not to mention just, being at the office and, getting to look at nude scenes. It's fun.
Right.
And the other thing too is like, it wasn't like I was a kid saying, when I grew up, I want to be an expert on celebrity nudity. It just kind of happened.
How did it happen?
Well,
Who gave you your first boner?
I was actually in a bar in Chicago, a place called Charlie's Ale House, and what would happen inevitably is, we'd have a few beers and guys would start quizzing me on actresses like you guys were just doing, and it's fun, right?
Yeah.
It just so happened that night when I was working at the Merc, that this is in the mid-'90s, where a guy had a radio show in Chicago, and he was like, "You know this stuff off the top of your head?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, you gotta come on my show because I think people would be really fascinated with this." Who
was that guy?
Harry Tynewitz.
Okay.
He's from ESPN. At the time, he was on a station called WMVP in Chicago. It was an AM station. So I left the Merc. It was the middle of the day. They were doing middays, and they were filling in for 2 weeks actually. And I took a cab from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange to the John Hancock building, whatever floor they were on. I go there, I'm thinking, wow, this is kind of cool. I have my 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
I had never called into a radio show, never been interviewed on a radio show. So I go over there. Before I went there, I said, listen, I'm not going in with my real name. Let's come up with this. This is so fucking creepy.
Was this the evolution?
Well, and then he goes, okay, we'll help you with the name. How about Mr. Naked? And I'm like, yeah, that's all right. And he goes, how about Mr. Skin? And I was like, yeah, I like that. And sorry about this noise. We have people working on the facing of the
That's
building.
right, working it. That's right. Sorry about this.
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
So anyways, yeah. So I go in there.
That's the toy room.
I go in there and they start opening the phone lines and they're asking me actresses and I'm nailing everyone doing it. But I'm thinking, wow, this is fun, man.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Like the energy.
Forget baseball
I was on,
stats.
they had me on. Yeah, they had me on for like 20 minutes a segment, and then they cut the commercial and they say, hey, thanks so much for coming on. And I thought, man, that was great, but that was my 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Right? As I'm walking out the door, the producer taps me on the shoulder and goes, we had so many people on hold that wanted to talk to you. Would you want to come back and do this again?
Hell yeah.
And I remember thinking, I go, I kind of have something here. I just didn't know what I had.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
Right.
And it just, luckily, the internet came about.
Yes.
And so I was going on the radio for a couple of years, just doing it, like I said, to promote. I wasn't promoting anything. I wasn't promoting a website, a book, myself. Other than myself, just as this freaky guy that he is. The internet came, and I took the chance in the very early days of the internet, before YouTube and all that. And here we are 20 years later. It's unbelievable.
Awesome.
The Rain Man of nudity, right over here, man. That's so awesome.
I'm more the stain man.
Well, congratulations on
Yeah.
20 years. And we looked it up. China is usually the gift for a 20th anniversary. So we got you a T-shirt that was made in China.
Oh, that's very nice.
So we got
not
Jimbo.
the former woman wrestler. Yeah.
That smells a little bit like it, but we want to present you with that.
Is that awesome? Very nice. Thank you guys, and good luck with the podcast.
Thank
I'm very
you.
excited
We
you guys
strive
are
to be
doing it.
like
Yeah.
20
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We're very, very
20
proud.
years later, I'll be on your show.
Can you
talking
believe
about
it?
Yeah,
I like that. We'd love to have you on as a regular, and I made a deal with the Chicago police. If you put this on your vehicle, you can go 15 miles an hour over the limit. It's okay as long as you got that. And we got
That's
some
awesome.
koozies to keep everything cold for you, all right?
You guys, I can't believe you got this huge staff of people.
Look at this.
You got swag, you got beautiful studios, you travel.
I'm growing up.
It's
What's
like,
up, big boy?
it's just like, I didn't know podcasting was so lucrative. I remember getting a phone call.
Okay, yeah, we can talk. We'll work on something together. Yeah. My producer's already going, yeah, we'll call you. We got you. Well, Mr. Skid, thank you so much for opening up your heart, your studio doors. It took us a little while, but we did find it. I mean, it was well worth it.
Yeah.
And thanks for bringing boobs to America and the world.
My pleasure. Thanks for stopping in, guys.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. Skin?
I wonder what your favorite size of a boob is.
I'm a 34D natural.
Look at
That's
that.
for me. Natural.
I forgot to ask you this. Do you have any kids?
Yes,
Do
3.
they know what Daddy does?
Yeah, they're old
Okay.
enough now.
Yeah. Do you let them surf the net while they're at home?
Yeah, they do. Well, I have 2 girls, which would never come to my wife's
yeah.
around. And, younger girls. My son, I had a book come out.
Can't get him
this
out of his
year.
room.
My son read I did a biography, an autobiography, and my son read the book in one night. He was fascinated. He was 13 years old.
It's a
So
hell
he
of a
was right at that
story.
age, right?
Well, if you're looking to adopt anybody, we'd love to be Mr. Skin's dependent. Well, we can't thank you enough, man.
Yeah, Jimbo.
An
you're
honor
awesome,
and a
my man.
pleasure, man.
You're
So
awesome.
much.
That was so much fun. So
Yes.
much fun. Congratulations.
A successful field trip at Mr. Skin's, but producer Mark has a question.
So tube socks or Kleenex? Let's see.
Yeah, my tube socks usually can stand in a corner. On
That's
their own.
right. You look like a lamppost. All right, field trip is done. Well, mission accomplished, Jackson. Can you believe it?
I can't believe we actually made it happen.
We had some doubts running around, made a few. Well, you made a friend. I didn't make a friend, but man, we got it. We got Mr. Skin. We got the interview.
We got the interview.
And we got the book to prove it.
Yep.
Right? Oh, Mr. Skin totally rocks. Check him out, MrSkin.com, if you want to see some of these and some of those and these. You know what I'm talking about?
Indeed.
No, that ain't on there.
Oh.
One taint, though. We did find out there is taint.
That's just a tank.
Oh, MrSkin.com. Check him out today. You'll be glad you did.
Awesome.